Well, the Panda Bowl is officially in the books as the Montana Grizzlies and Sacramento State Hornets lined it up right here at Hornet Stadium late Friday night and into the early Saturday morning hours for the folks back in Montana. Of course, there was a lot of chatter and banter throughout the week between these two programs leading up to this Big Sky Conference game, but on Friday night right here at Hornet Stadium, these two teams got to decide the winner and settle it on the field. Grizzlies' first drive going well as they march their way down the field, but on fourth down, they're unable to convert, and the Hornets get the big stop, and they make sure to make it count as Sac State's offense catches fire, marches down the field, and it's Rodney Hammond Jr. scoring on a 7-yard run to make it 7-0 Sac State. But Montana corrects the mistakes and quickly responds on the second drive, and here's Kali'i Ayat throwing it up for Brooks Davis, who comes down with it, and that ties this one up at 7-all. Sacramento State right back with the counterpunch, though. Cardale Williams hits Ernest Campbell, and he is wide open, and he heads to the house for a 63-yard touchdown, and that makes it 14-7 Hornets. But as it goes, punch, counterpunch. 5-play drive for the Grizzlies on their next sequence, and Ayat finds Michael Wortham on a slant, and the Sacramento native shows off as he jukes a man and heads 64 yards to the house, and that ties this one up at 14-all, and that is not the last we would see of Michael Wortham on this evening. Later, Montana needing a stop, and it's Peyton Wing getting one of his 3 sacks in the game right here to get the stop. Not long after that, it's the Grizzlies taking their first lead, and who else? Michael Wortham takes the snap out of the Wildcat, jukes a pair of defenders, and outsprints everyone to the pylon, and that makes it 21-14 Grizzlies as the hometown kid does it again. Sacramento State not going anywhere though, and again it's Hammond as he scores here from 6 yards out, and that ties this one at 21-all. Just before half though, the special teams unit comes up big as the punt is muffed here, and Tanner Huff comes up with it, and that puts the Grizzlies on Sac State's 21-yard line, and just a couple plays later, they cash it in as Eli Gilman powers his way in for a 13-yard touchdown, and Montana heads into the break up 28-21. Third quarter now, and check this one out. Kali'i Ayat buys all kinds of time dodging the defense. Finally, he sees Evan Schaefer and takes a huge hit in the process, and Schaefer comes up with it and gets across the goal line for the score. Ayat would be okay even though he was down for a while, and the Grizzlies take a 35-21 lead. Later in the third quarter, it's Peyton Wing again with another big sack, and that fires up the Grizzlies and their fans who are in attendance. And now let's jump to the fourth quarter. After a trick play on a fake punt between Ty Morrison and Ian Finch, again, it's Wortham as he scores his 3rd touchdown of the day to make it 42-21 Montana, and the Grizzlies are on cruise control from there. Sacramento State would have a couple of late touchdowns in this one, but in the end, through all the noise, the Montana Grizzlies would defeat Sacramento State 49-35 on Friday evening as Montana improves to 8-0 on the season and 4-0 in Big Sky play. Reporting in Sacramento, California, Kyle Hansen, MTN Sports.